Welcome back. I have here my colleagues at AE Pets. Busy workday Friday, and we're going to talk about a question that we all get a lot is the different options for transporting dogs and cats internationally. Okay. And so as far as I know, we've talked about this before, we have cargo, and there's this under the seat, right? If it's a small enough pet. And then there's excess luggage. And then there's the Queen Mary. Yeah, Queen Mary. And then there's charter. And then there is the Queen Mary. And what's funny about that, which I think is kind of funny, is just line this whole Queen Mary thing up. Oh, we're taking the Queen Mary. And then dog has to stay down in the hole for like 7 days and can't really come out. And the hole's a little strong, but
about 5 day.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, they do have to stay in the boarding area. I think you can go visit a certain number of times a day, I believe. But yeah, they have to stay in that boarding.
Exactly. So when you're taking a plane and cargo in a plane, you're in the cargo area for 7 hours, into Europe, 7, 8 hours. Well, about right? The dog or cat's in cargo going to Europe about 7, 8 hours, you would say, from the United States, depending on.
It's going to be way more stressful, I feel like, in a dog to be in a kennel on a boat for 5 or 6 days than.
That's the point.
So
everybody gets all excited about the Queen Mary. And I think there's a 2-year wait for Queen Mary, but just so you know.
Currently, but that's what it used to be pre-COVID.
And then the dog gets on the Queen Mary, and they're all excited to be there. And then they got to sit in the kennel thingy for most of the time. 5 days in an isolated place for pets, whatever you want to call it, on the Queen Mary versus 7, 8, 9 hours. So it turns out it's not as cool. Again, the pet gets there, dog, and says, "Oh, I got the Queen Mary. I'm on the Queen Mary. It's great." And then 2 days in, he or she's saying, "This sucks. This is no good. I'd rather be on a plane, but I'd be there by now."
AE Pets loves their cats and dogs.